All right, good morning. Good morning, my name is Drew Johnson, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do CPR. So this is a BLS, Basic Life Support First Aid skill. I've been a BLS instructor for about 3 years now, and I've been a firefighter paramedic for about 5 years now. So I'm going to show you how to perform CPR, high quality CPR on someone who has gone into cardiac arrest. So first, when you come on the scene and you see somebody is down, there's two different types, two different options at that time, right? You want to know if it's a witness arrest, so if somebody saw them go down, so you can see how long they've been there, or you want to know, or you're not going to know how long they've been down. So you're going to come in and you're going to treat it a little differently. So the first thing you're going to do as you walk up, you're going to go down to them. This is going to be illustrating the body. I don't have a dummy with me at the house, and then the head. But the shoulders, right? So you want to go and you want to hit the shoulders as hard as you can, and you want to try to get them to see if they're revived. Okay, are they come on? Hey, can you hear me? And obviously, we're not going to have any response. Okay, so we want to check for a pulse, and if there's no pulse, we want to make sure that we tell people, hey, you call 911, and then if you have an AED available, you go grab the defibrillator and you bring it back to me immediately. Okay, so we check their pulse, we're gonna take their shirt off also, and then we're gonna start CPR. Okay, if the AED is not here available right now and it's not witnessed, okay, if it's not witnessed, we're gonna do CPR. All right, the compression to breath ratio is gonna be 30 to 2. Okay, we wanna do about 60 to 100 compressions in a minute. So just 1 per second, if you can, and their song, Staying Alive, that's just what we're gonna do too. Staying alive. But we want to have full compression and recoil on the body. All right, we want to lock our shoulders out, our elbows out, and we want to bring our shoulders above the chest to where we're going to do compressions. Okay, if we don't do that, we're going to use a lot more energy than we should, and you're not going to get the proper CPR. High quality CPR is what you want to do. All right, so like I said, we're going to lock our elbows out, get the body, our shoulders over the body, and we're going to go completely down. And I shouldn't really say completely down. You want to go about 2.5 inches down when we're doing CPR. After your 30 compressions, you're going to go and you're going to give a breath. If you have something to protect your mouth or a BVM, you can use those to give the breaths. But we want to head tilt, chin lift, get their head to a more of a neutral position, get their chin up, so we can open up their airway. And we're going to try to give 2 breaths. If the 2 breaths go in, that's great. We want the 2 breaths to go in. If they don't go in, doesn't matter. We're not going to give a 3rd breath. We're going to go right back to compressions. If you do not have, this is a stranger, and you do not have a way to give 2 breaths, we're just going to do continuous compressions, because the most important thing is going to be our compressions, our high quality CPR compressions. All right. At this time, hopefully, you should have somebody bringing the defibrillator. If this is a witness arrest and they had just gone down, we're going to get the defibrillator on immediately. We're going to let it do its analyzing. We're going to let it analyze the patient, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to shock immediately if it's a shockable rhythm. There's only 2 types of rhythms that are shockable. You don't need to know them, because you're going to have an AED that's going to tell you whether or not you're going to shock. Okay? So if the AED comes and we put it on and it analyzes and it goes to shock, we're going to stay away. We're going to clear. Okay, the person that is pressing the button on the AED clears the patient and make sure. You can look at the patient and press the button while looking at the patient. A lot of people make a mistake. They look at the AED and they press it. Somebody is touching the patient over here, and now you have 2 patients because they just got shocked, and then they've gone to cardiac arrest also. So make sure that that the AED, that you're looking at the patient and that nobody's touching. A lot of times you'll have somebody praying over the patient. What they do, they touch their ankles and they're praying on them, something like that. You need to be mindful of that you don't shock, and then somebody's touching the patient, even though they have good intentions. Now you have 2 potential patients. All right, so the AED comes, we put it on, we shock the patient. It's gonna, and then we're gonna go right back in to our CPR. Okay, 5 sets of CPR, 2 minutes. 2 minutes of good, 2 minutes of good CPR, and then the AED is gonna analyze again. If the AED comes, it's not a witness arrest, we're going to do our 2 minutes, our full cycle of CPR prior to shocking the patient. Okay, so we can get the oxygenated blood that's in the patient circulated through the body. because that's what you want, oxygenated blood. All right. In the meantime, paramedics are en route, and your goal is just to continue to either give high quality CPR and shock the patient as necessary until the paramedics come and take over. And I think that's it. That's it for our basic life support CPR.